future home of Super Bowl 56. There's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Perkins. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Throwing is Perkins. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Now Perkins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And the Raiders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Perkins. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Perkins. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 1st quarter lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Next score, Chargers 7, Raiders 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. And they go play action now. Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for Vegas. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Burrow. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz good on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Hendrickson on the tackle. A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Room to run past midfield. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Throwing on 1st down. Perkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Raiders 14, Chargers 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Chargers 7.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now they try the right side here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Perkins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
At the 19-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll run here with Taylor. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 11.
Now Taylor. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Raiders 27, Chargers 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Burrow now off the bootleg. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a give to Taylor. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first-half lead. And, oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Barkley toss play left, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Perkins. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. 47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Play action. It's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's the Raiders punter now. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Here's Burrow. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's not going to get me. Mike 50.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perkins got a man, and he hits him in stride.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
52. 52's the mic. I got wide. Mike 52.
On 1st and 10, Perkins. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw. Perkins. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Trey Hendrickson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hit the street,
Off the play fake. Perkins. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. This will cost him 11 yards there on the 2nd and goal sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Off play action. Perkins. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Raiders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
2nd and 10 at the 4-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11, Thomas.
Again, it's Taylor. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
11, MT, paint. 11, MT, paint.
Burrow on play action. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Ready? Let's go. 11, mighty. 11, mighty.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And down he'll go at the 25.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Their 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They give to Taylor out of the gun. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. 90 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Perkins. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. And the Raiders pick it up. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
Off play action. Perkins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 3rd and long. Perkins. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Las Vegas, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.